Oh no, oh no! I'm lost! Where's the line? It just went away! Dude, what do I do? Help! We'll be stuck here forever!
Do not panic! Do not panic! We are trained professionals! Now stay calm. We are going around the leaf.
Around the leaf? I don't think we can do that.
Oh, nonsense. This is nothing compared to the twig of 93. That's it. That's it. Good. You're doing great. There you go. There you go. Watch my eyes. Don't look away. And here's the line again.
Allow me to walk you around the metaphorical fitness leaf. I didn't notice until I started filming how bad the lime green of the Ultra Paradise Monster clashes with my red shirt, my dark maroon shirt. I mean, I guess it doesn't clash that bad. It just makes me look like a watermelon as I'm speaking. So hopefully you're not paying too close attention to the color scheme of this video. I didn't mean for that. I'll stick with the white monsters from now on because they go with everything. And they're about 10 times more delicious than the Ultra Paradise. Ultra Paradise, speaking of watermelon, that's what the flavor of this is watermelon. I love watermelon, like the fruit. I don't like watermelon flavored things. They don't, they fail to capture the essence of the watermelon. But other things, have you ever, this has nothing to do with the video. This is just me being ADD. But have you noticed that things that are supposed to taste like certain fruit, so like fruit flavored things, don't actually taste like the fruit, but you know what it's supposed to taste like? So for instance, I eat an orange flavored gummy. It tastes nothing like an actual orange, but you know immediately that's what it's supposed to taste like. Same with cherry, same with, oh, I hate cherry flavored things, but I like cherries. That's probably because for some reason they always made medicine cherry flavored. So thanks Big Pharma for ruining all cherry flavored candies for me. I can't eat them without it tasting like medicine. Just one more reason why we need to take down Big Pharma. And the Jews. That was a joke. Don't assassinate me, BB. I've been seeing other stuff about Charlie Kirk. Supposedly it's the Jews who took him out. Oh, it's a funny world we live in. Anyways, let's get to the topic at hand. You're in the gym, you've hit a wall, what do? Let's just dive right in. That's one of those phrases I told myself I'd never use. There's a handful of phrases I said I would never use in videos because they're way overdone. Well, that's one of them, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're diving right in. Head first. Hopefully into the deep end. Why have you hit a wall? Let me tell you who I'm not talking to. There are specific people who this is not for. If you're fine with where you're at. If you are pretty happy with your results, you're not looking to build more muscle or tone your body in any particular way, there's no particular goal you're working towards. First of all, I would encourage you to think of some kind of a goal to work towards. It makes it more fun. You're more likely to stick with it. So, if you don't have any goals, I would encourage you to have some goals. But that's just me. If you're getting to the gym consistently and doing your workouts consistently, and you don't feel like you need, that extra oomph to keep going, fine. Keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm not talking to those people, the people who fall into the category of, I'm good with where I'm at. Good. Keep doing what you're doing. To the people who are not happy with where they're at, you've been going to the gym. Well, one, you're not happy with where you're at, and two, you have been going to the gym consistently. You've gone into that habit. First of all, well done. Give yourself a round of applause for getting to the gym regularly. That's the hardest part for many, many people, is just getting to the gym or doing your exercises every day. You don't necessarily have to go to a gym, but if you're working out at home or you're doing daily walks, you've gotten into some kind of healthy fitness habit. Well done. I applaud you. I salute you. Keep doing that. But you've stopped seeing results. Maybe you were getting a little stronger at first, but you hit the wall. Why? Why? Well, I can think of 4 reasons off the top of my head why that may be. The first one is you have reached your potential. You hit the ceiling. You can go no further. You are as big and as strong and as fit as you will ever be and as you can ever get, minus, absent any kind of external synthetic supplements that make you look like the freaking Incredible Hulk. You've reached your peak. It's probably not that one. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. Think of your body and your fitness program, your overall fitness. Think of it like a switchboard at a nuclear power plant. And there's switches all over the place, little knobs. There's knobs everywhere, and all those knobs do different things. I have no idea what those knobs actually do because I'm not a nuclear scientist, but I do know that if you do something wrong, if you turn them way too far one way, the reactor blows up and kills everybody in the plant and gives everybody within a 20-mile radius cancer. I watched Chernobyl. Really good show, by the way. So we need to make sure all of our knobs are properly adjusted. And when it comes to fitness, there are so many knobs. And if you're having trouble with getting stronger, with feeling crummy, feeling tired all the time, you're basically you're not getting the results that you want or that you hope for. Well, you need to look at all those different knobs. The first one is probably not the one. You probably haven't perfectly adjusted all of your knobs. That's basically what the first option would be, that you've already hit your potential. That means that you have already adjusted all your knobs to their optimal levels. And we're going to talk about what some of those knobs are. You've already adjusted them to their optimal levels and there's nothing else you can do. So just be happy with your results and get on with your life. It's almost certainly not that. So here's the option 2. Here's what you might need to do. Here's the knob that you can adjust. Protein. Are you getting enough protein in? Hey, if you're enjoying the video, and I understand that's a big if, but if you're enjoying it, please leave a like and a comment. If you're not enjoying the video, still leave a comment. The more sarcastic, the better. If you feel like you need a little more personalized coaching, DM me on Instagram at American_Fitnocrat. If you don't have Instagram, send a raven. It's not just bro science. It's not just all the big dummy dumb jacked bros at the gym. Protein. Oh, protein. I pick things up and I put them down. Protein. Your muscles are made from protein. Proteins are chains of amino acids, and those amino acids, when you ingest them, they break apart and then they reform into, either into other proteins within your body that carry out different functions within the body, or they build muscle. That's why health people, fitness coaches, doctors, that's why they push protein so hard. Because almost everybody could stand to get more protein in their diets. Now, you might say, well, Dan, I'm already doing that. I'm already getting protein in my diet. Okay, how much? No, don't give me an estimate. I want to know right down to the gram. Tell me, how many grams per day are you getting of protein? You don't know, do you? You're guessing. You're doing what 95% of people are doing, and you're guessing. Again, I'm going to say this again. If you're happy with your results, you can ignore this. If you want to see better results, That's a big knob. That's a really big knob that you could be turning. You must know how much protein you're getting in down to the gram. For most people, to see muscle growth or to get toned, to get stronger, you're gonna need to be getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. At least that. Maybe a little bit more. Depending on your body and how well your body synthesizes protein. Maybe you don't need to get quite that much, but it doesn't matter if you don't know how much you're getting in the first place. So you must track your protein. You must know how much you're getting in. It's almost certainly, if you're not tracking protein and you haven't gotten into that habit, you're almost certainly not getting enough. So that's the second thing that might be going on if you've hit the wall. You need to be getting more protein. Now, here's the second problem that you might be running into that could be causing you to hit the wall. You're not getting enough overall calories. You know, your body is like a house. I'm a framer. I'm actually a framer. I'm not just saying that like metaphorically or to make some kind of lame analogy. No, that's my side gig. Fitness is my main thing. Framing is a little side gig that I do. And what do you need when you're framing a house? Well, you need wood. You need nails. You need insulation. You need pipes, wiring, sheets of wafer, electricity to run all the power tools. You need a lot of stuff. You need material to build the house. And you need a lot of it, depending on what you want to do with the house. It doesn't really matter what you're doing with the house. You still need material. Even if you're tearing down a section of the house and just building up a new one, you're not going to reuse all the stuff that you took from the old house or from the old section that you tore down. You're going to throw that away and you're going to put new stuff in. And if you don't have the material to build the house is not going to get built. This is all stupidly obvious. You're probably getting annoyed that I'm making this really obvious point. Well, yes, of course, you need things to build a house. Well, why don't we have that same attitude when it comes to our bodies? You want to build your body? You need to give it calories. Now, that's kind of like protein, but protein is its own thing. You need enough overall calories as well. That's another big knob that a lot of people miss because everyone's so obsessed with losing weight. I just want to lose weight, Dan. I just want to lose weight and get toned. It's really difficult to do both. Unless you're already grossly overweight, you're like 50 pounds over fat, then yes, you could possibly lose weight while building muscle at the same time. For most people, that's going to be really difficult. You're not going to see the scale move very much. That's okay though, if you're losing fat and gaining muscle. You're not losing weight, but your body composition is changing, and that's exactly what we want to see. So, to do that, you not only need to get enough protein in, but you need to be getting enough overall calories in. So, your complex carbs, your good carbs, okay, your whole wheat pastas, and your rice and your potatoes. I know there's some people who say don't eat potatoes. That's stupid. Eat all the potatoes you want. Not all the potatoes you want, but go ahead and eat potatoes. Side note, if you ever hear someone say, never ever eat this one food that people have been eating for thousands of years and have been totally fine. If you ever hear anybody say something like that, it's clickbait. Don't listen to it. That's stupid. The Irish and the Idahoans seem to be doing just fine on their potato diet. So, make sure you're getting enough calories in. And fat as well. I forgot to mention fat. You can get a lot of calories from fat. Let's see. What's the other reason why you may have hit a wall or you're not seeing gains anymore? Are you sleeping? What's your sleep like? If your sleep sucks, that would be a good thing to look at. You know, you don't build muscle in the gym. You build muscle at home when you're asleep. Or just when you're resting in general, but there's a lot of regenerating that goes on while you're actually asleep. I don't know why. It's really annoying, honestly. Can you imagine how much easier life would be if sleep wasn't a thing? Why do we have to sleep? Why do our bodies have to, shut down for a third of the day? It's bothersome, but necessary. So if your sleep sucks, take a look at that. Don't eat right before bed. Stop looking at screens just before bed. Try and find something relaxing to do. Not watching TV, but like reading a book. Meditating, breathing exercises, or whatever. Yeah, just if your life is super duper freaking stressful, I don't know, have a drink before bed. That's my grandma and grandpa used to do. And they always seemed very relaxed. So that's another one. If your sleep sucks, then it's no wonder you're running into a wall. You don't have the energy. You don't have the energy in the gym to push as hard as you might need to, and you're not properly recovering. So that's another big knob that you could be turning and looking at. And here's the last knob. I originally said 4, but I thought of a 5th one while I was talking. What, did you think I had these all planned out just before I start recording? Sometimes I do. This one I had it pretty planned out, but I did think of this one, and this is a big one. You need to change up your workouts. People, they will do the same workout for months and months at a time. Every single time they go into the gym, the same exercises over and over and over again. And then they wonder why they're not improving in any of them. Switch up your exercises. Every 2 to 3 months, switch up your workouts. Switch up the rep ranges, switch up the sets, switch up the exercises themselves. There's a lot of ways that you can mix things up. Just make sure that you're still getting, the full body workouts in. You're hitting your chest, your back, your core, your legs. You're still getting a full body workout in, but you're just doing different exercises at different rep ranges, at different intensity levels. So there you go. There are 4 reasons, plus a bonus reason, why you might be hitting a wall. Look at all of them. Don't, if you just heard that list of things that I just said and you went, okay, well, I don't think I'm doing any of those. Okay, don't try and do it all at once. Pick one thing. Protein. Just say, okay, I've never tracked my protein. I'm gonna try and do that for the next several months. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about the calories. Sleep is always a good thing to, consistently work on, but pick one thing that you're going to focus on and just see how close you can get that knob to optimal range. I would hate to see you blow up and give people cancer like Chernobyl. So make sure all your knobs are where they need to be. I think that's all I have for that. I do have an interesting history fact for you. I watched a documentary on Teddy Roosevelt. Very interesting man. Grew up in wealth, but he was a sickly child. As he grew, he made it a point to always be doing hard things that challenged him mentally and physically. And he became a mountain man. He became a soldier in the Spanish-American War, and then he became a politician and pushed all these really progressive policies because he couldn't stand to see all of the poverty and the just animalistic living that you saw in the slums of New York. He set out to change that. He was vice president under William McKinley, and then McKinley got shot and killed, and so Teddy Roosevelt became president. And then he ran again and actually got elected president the second time around. So anyways, he was definitely a man among men, a towering figure. That's what makes this next story, while still amazing and impressive, not all that surprising when you consider the man, Teddy Roosevelt. He left politics, but then he decided he wanted to get back in. The Republicans didn't want him, and neither did the Democrats. So he formed a third party, the Bull Moose Party, which, if I'm being honest, is a pretty cool name for a political party, the Bull Moose Party. So he was running as a third candidate, head of the Bull Moose Party that he founded, and he was on his way to give a speech. On his way to give this speech, he was in an open car, driving down the street. This was October 14th, 1912. So he's in an open carriage vehicle. Presidents hadn't figured out yet by that point that's a really bad idea. Anyways, as he's about to leave to go to this speech that he's going to give, he's got a speech all prepared, written up. It's in his, he's got it in his breast coat. That's going to be important later, because what happens is he gets shot. A man named John Schrank comes and shoots Teddy Roosevelt, tries to assassinate him. And Teddy, well, he's been shot in the chest. This is what he does. He does a cough test. Oh, there's no blood. It didn't hit a lung. I'm okay. On to the speech. All the people who were with him said, what? No. Mr. Roosevelt, we're taking you to a hospital. He said, no, it didn't hit a lung. See, no blood. Like, no, there's lots of blood. It's just not coming out your mouth. Like, no, I'm fine. See, no blood. And he insisted, take me to where I'm supposed to give this speech. Like, okay, fine, we'll take you there. Can you imagine that kind of commitment to get to your job? I once shot myself in the hand with a nail gun. It didn't even like go in that far. All it did was hit the bony part of my finger and knock my hand away. But it still hurt, and it started to bleed a ton. And I had to sit down and drink a Mountain Dew and then take the rest of the day off because I couldn't stop feeling woozy. So, yeah, I felt like kind of a wuss when I listened to Teddy Roosevelt being shot almost point blank and then proceeding to his speech that he planned to give. So he goes to his speech, and the speech that was in his breast pocket when he got shot, it was thick enough that it may have partially stopped the bullet, or at least slowed it down. Now, it sounds like the bullet would have missed his lung anyway, so I don't know if it would have mattered. But it did go through his speech, his 84-minute long speech. He got to the event. He asked everybody to please keep quiet because, sorry everybody, I've been shot. So if you could just keep it down, I'm going to speak softly. Oh, 84 minutes. That's a long speech. You ever been in church and someone's droning on and on and on at the pulpit? And you're sitting there wondering, oh my gosh, when's this guy gonna end? Well, imagine if that guy was bleeding from his chest. That's like, okay, I guess I can't complain. Oh, I'm sorry, you bored? Well, I'm bleeding, so you can just sit there and wait for me. I say when we're done. The guy who's bleeding gets to decide when we're done, I guess. So, he gave his 84-minute speech. And then he handed out pieces of his speech that had a bullet hole. His speech that had a bullet hole in it and blood all over it, he handed out to people as a souvenir. And you can still find pieces of it to this day. Now, the guy who shot him, John Schrank, the reason he tried to assassinate Teddy Roosevelt, I mean, other than it was starting to become a thing, it was starting to become trendy. Thanks, John Wilkes Booth, for starting that. It was starting to become trendy to take out presidential candidates. But also, John Schrank, he was kind of nutty. He had a dream that William McKinley, President McKinley, came to him and told him that Teddy Roosevelt is the person who shot and killed him, or it was Teddy Roosevelt's fault. And he told Schrank that he needed him to avenge him.
Avenge me.
Avenge me! And John Schrank said, okay. Yes, McKinley, I will avenge you. So that's why he tried to shoot Teddy Roosevelt, and he spent the rest of his life in a loony bin. Roosevelt, for his part, they couldn't get the bullet out, so for the rest of his life, he just had a bullet in his chest. But that made for some great dinner conversation. So, in case you were feeling tough or manly or good about yourself, just remember, you're not Teddy Roosevelt. You did not get shot in the chest and then proceed to give your 84-minute speech. Well, that's all I've got for today. Go away! Thank you for listening. Hey, tell me, have you ever heard someone say something like, oh, fitness isn't everything? Don't listen to that communist gobbledygook. Take pride in your body, take pride in your fitness, and let me help you along the way. Follow me at American_Fitnocrat on Instagram, and if you'd like some personalized coaching, DM me.